So Oily Pants ask a good question. Essentially, do I have my dealer's license or how do I stay within the rules? Now every state's going to be different, right? I'm in South Carolina, where in South Carolina, they say you can flip 5 cars per person in a year period, right? So what that looks like is truthfully anyone's guess, right? Because what do they consider flipping? I'm technically holding on to these cars. I'm titling in my own name. I'm getting insurance on them. I'm like, for all intent and purposes, they are my vehicle. Like this F-150 behind me, I've been driving for over a month now, right? Like I've been driving on my own personal vehicle. I put 500 plus miles on it. Like I did all the repairs myself. So does that count as a flip? No one truly knows, right? But how I'm taking that is, if I'm buying and selling a car in a year's time, I'm going to consider that one of the 5, right? Now, I'm only at truck number 3. This is truck number 3 behind me that I've purchased through different auctions. And I've only sold 2 of the 3 because obviously I am waiting to get back the title for this one, which is annoying and a process, which is why I'm trying to get my dealer's license. But as of right now, I can do 5. Now, I'm married, so I can do 5, and then my wife could do 5 as well over the course of a span of a year. So essentially that gives me 10 cars that I can do over the span of a year, which is averages out obviously to like not quite one. But here's my plan. My plan is to go through the process and get my dealer's license. That's my plan. Now, obviously that requires a lot of money. You have to have money to maybe rent a place. You have to have, you know, depending on the laws in your state, and every state's different, but depending on the laws in your state, you might have to rent an actual lot, or you might have to rent an office. But in South Carolina, I can do 5 vehicles. My wife can do 5 vehicles and stay within the limits, right? Because again, like I'm using this as a personal vehicle for a month and a half while I own it. Like, does that count as a flip? Like, what do they term a flip? All those things, right? There's some gray area in there. But to just stay below the limit, 5 per year for me, then that's what I'm going to do, right? So 5 for me, 5 for my wife, that gives us 10 vehicles. Now let's just say I'm averaging $2,500 profit per vehicle that I flip, which actually I'm higher than that on the 2 that I've sold. And I think this one will be higher than 2,500 as well. But let's just say that I average 2,500 per car, right? So if I flip 10 over the course of the year, then that means I'm going to have $25,000. Now, $25,000, it takes me a year. It takes a lot of time, it takes my weekends, it takes my time to go to the auction, all that. But let's say it's an extra 25 grand. I now have $25,000 that I can put towards getting a place rented, to start a car dealership, to getting my license and my insurance and my surety bond and all of those different things that go into getting your car license. And again, it's going to vary by state, but that gives me a $25,000 that I can now use that I didn't have before. So that's the plan. The plan is to take the money that I have made over the course of 6 months, 8 months, a year, however long it takes me to flip my first 10 vehicles. And then I can go out and I can get my dealer's license. And then on those vehicles where I'm spending right now between $500 and $700 per vehicle on the tax, the title, the sales tax, all that sort of thing, I now have an extra $500 or $700. It's either going in my pocket or I'm able to lower the vehicle price by that much and sell it that much faster. So yes, you do have to have your dealer's license if you're flipping over a certain amount, but that's going to vary by state, number 1. And number 2, even if your state has a really low limits, let's say your state only has a limit of 2 cars or of 3 cars per year, right? If you're married, that means you have 4 or 6 cars per year that you can flip. And if you make $2,000 per vehicle, you flip 6 cars, then that's $12,000. $2,000 per vehicle is not that hard to do. Like, I've done it. I've done it. This is going to be my 3rd time I've done it. And I am a beginner and I know nothing about mechanics, right? I'm a YouTube mechanic. So it is 100% possible for you to do that. And then you now have $12,000 after flipping 6 cars if you average $2,000 per. And then you can take that $12,000 and go rent a lot or go get your insurance or go get your dealer's license or pay for all of those things. Don't just take that money and be like, sweet, I've got an extra $2 grand this month. No, take that money and put it back into a vehicle next month, or take that money and put it into an account so that way you can get the ball rolling on getting your dealer's license if this is something that you want to do long term.